So, let's talk about Prince of Persia. Now, I went into this game, my hopes were like, I didn't go into it like, oh, it's gonna be the greatest game ever, but I didn't go into it, it's gonna be the worst. Ubisoft's been so jacked up, I didn't know what to expect from this game, but through this game, I'm here to tell you guys, the gear system, the map, the graphics, the action, the secrets, the puzzles, the boss fights, the weapons, everything in this game, the abilities, it just gives you that good feeling again of like when we used to play good platformers and there wasn't no fluff added to it. It was just what it was. This game is like Mega Man meets Castlevania. Let me reverse it. It's like Castlevania meets Mega Man meets Metroid meets old Prince of Persia. But what makes this game dope is they added elements to it that all worked. So like for instance, you got the potion system, you have a shop in this game, which you wouldn't think like that would be able to work. Like how are they gonna add this into a game like this? But like games like Dead Cells and them showed you could do that. But like this currency you can get that you can trade with certain people that are hidden in the map. There's this little girl, Faraba, that opens up the map for you so you can see more of the map. And she also gives you little hints about where to find these feather power-ups that are throughout the game. I'm telling you guys, man, it's almost like when you play a game like this, you get like butterflies almost because, as I said in my game fatigue video, it's so rare nowadays to run into a game that makes you like, oh, I want to wake up and play this game. Now, I got the PlayStation Portal. One thing that's been a blessing about it is I've been able to play this on the go, and it feels like an old Game Boy SP game. That's what I love about it the most. But you have things like Kiva in this. You can upgrade your arrows, upgrade your armor, well, not your armor, but you can upgrade your arrows, you can upgrade your weapons, all that. You have amazing boss fights like this one. I think I only put 2 boss fights in the video because I didn't want to spoil a lot. This is a big boss in the game, but like, there's so much other things that go on that I didn't want to spoil, so I didn't put that in this. But the fights are amazing, the parrying system is amazing, the abilities you get are amazing throughout the game. And you remember Mega Man X when you used to get like a piece of armor, and it wasn't about the power, like you would be the boss, and you would have that boss's power, but that was like the cool part. But what if you had that on top of having it where you had abilities like this dash you see me doing that you just get throughout it as well. It's like they put everything together in this game. And then the platforming is incredible. Like, I found myself saying, you know, when we used to play games back in the day, they were hard. And I have this on the hardest difficulty. When we used to play games back in the day, they were hard. And I feel like the element's been missing. Games like Hollow Knight and Cuphead and them get that concept of like, keep the game hard. I'm not a fan of games being too hard. Like, I don't like Souls-like, but with platformers and side scrollers like this, I think that I can force myself to do it because I'm aware that it's supposed to be difficult. It's not copying anything. This is what platformers do. This is what they're made for. So I was playing this game, I said the abilities, like look at this, like I'm rewinding, trying to figure out how to get past this thing here. And like you touch those crystals, you're dead. And as you can see, I've repeated the same mistake like 600 times because I couldn't time it right. But the platform in this is incredible. The graphics are good. I would say the only issue I have is sometimes the graphics can look a little Switch-like. And I get it. I know what they did. They made this artwork like this because if they went for like a more realistic look, there would have been a lot of issues with this game. But the fact they did the cartoony, artsy look, it allows it to pass in a lot of aspects. So there's sometimes in cutscenes, especially like when he gets the feather power, where he's like laying on the ground and you'll see his legs more, and you'll see like his loincloth he's wearing under more, and it looks completely like pixelated almost. That's the only thing I don't like. But that's not enough for me to say, oh gosh, this is bad. It's just enough that you'll notice as a gamer, like, dang, this kind of looks like a Switch game for a good 3 seconds, 5 seconds. But other than that, the game looks phenomenal the whole time. The whole time you're playing it, you're just like, man, I'm getting that nostalgic feeling again. I'm actually liking puzzles again. In this game, I don't mind the puzzles. I didn't mind the secrets. All the power-ups are worth it. How you explore the map, the things that are in the map, is just amazing. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give you guys a better view of how big this map is in a few seconds, but even boss fights like this, I didn't have abilities. Like, this is the early fight. That's why I recorded this one. I didn't have abilities in this, right? You only had so much at this point. But when you're fighting a boss like this and you don't have like a lot of power, I always say, man, I love in games where it's a mismatch at that point. But if you get more abilities and if you fought them with more power, it would be a 2-second match. But let's not forget, like this finisher we're about to do here, let's not forget, this is the same team. I want to remind you, like, look at this. Bow. Day. Same team that made this beautiful masterpiece. Yeah, Rayman. This is that game. This is that company. This is that team. And I'm gonna tell you, they better keep making these. If it's not Prince of Persia, keep making other ones like this. I know the Assassin's Creed games they were doing, they tried, but they didn't work. But this game, man, I'm telling you guys, everything about this gives you that feel. Like, look at the detail they put into the stuff in the world. And like I said, there's a lot I didn't show you. There's so much in this game. I didn't want to show and spoil a lot. There was some spoiler scenes, but I didn't want to do too much where it was overwhelming. But let's get into my final score for the game. So, from the enemies, to the treasure hunts, to the trophies, to everything you can do in this game, I'm here to tell y'all, if you want a fun game to play that gives you that old nostalgic feeling, fighting against rivals and everything, this is the game for you. And I give this game a 9.8 out of 10. Your boy A0, peace.